Thank you very much. Firstly, receive my revolutionary greetings of the ANC in the name of Jesus. I'm standing here to pray. Glory to God. And thank you, Chair, and I'm thankful for the leadership, the provincial leadership, national leadership, and also leadership of the ANC. And then there will be no next time. We are in the business of one time. If you think about the elections, the coming 3 years, forget about that. We are focusing in the now. We are in this business, and we want to win everything. So I'm going to pray right now. I truly believe, Lord, as we pray right now, I believe the ANC, our organization, it is the only vehicle that can and is giving hope to the poor, to the disadvantaged, to all those who are running small businesses and those who are busy with small farmings. Every area of the human aspect, the ANC is the answer. I think we are praying even right now that we ask for your guidance in the name of Jesus. And we ask that you order our steps so that the ANC remains and be what is supposed to be in terms of leading the country, leading the West Rand, because we have got so much to offer to all people, black and white. Heavenly Father, there is so much that needs to be done, even when it comes to economic development. But we are thankful for Jesus, who died and rose again. He is the executor of his own will, and he is with us today to make sure that he goes before us and prosper what we are doing. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen and amen. Thank you.
No, thank you very much, Doc. Kuchokwa khanya ngoku. Kuyabonakala ukuthi we really needed to start umsebenzi wethu ngomthandazo with a prayer. Because ke khange ndibulise nobulisa. Beningabulisi because I wanted ukuba kuqale ngomthandazo. NEC members who are here, PCREC members of all structures, RET members, LETs, BETs, VDs, and all leaders and volunteers who are here, molweni nonke namhlanje. Ndizawucela ke sisebenzisane, comrades. We are not going to waste ixesha elininzi talking in these programs. As we usually attend the PET, RET meetings, one of the things that we do is when we said the meeting starts at 1 o'clock, the meeting really starts. You will see that REC members, NEC members, PC members who are here, they were here around 12 o'clock because they knew that by 1 o'clock we need to start our program. So, comrades, I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to call the Deputy Regional Chairperson, who is also the Executive Mayor of the district, Comrade Dennis Tabe, to come and do opening and welcoming. But as Comrade Tabe is approaching the podium, quick messages of support. I want comrades to get ready where you are. You will do your caucus because some of you said, I must wait, you are still consulting each other. Women's League, Youth League, okay, Youth League we've got Comrade like they've confirmed. Veterans League, in Alliance Partners, SACP and COSATU, askafumani bantu kuzo zonke ezo. So as I call leagues, as I call alliance partners, you will know who must come here, azothetha apha, give message of support, not a speech, strictly 3 minutes. On the podium there, if a person tell maybe 3 minutes, once adlulisa 3 minutes, xa ndisondela, you cut there, so that angabi savala nobuthini. Sisebenza ngexesha. So wakhona uzakwenza speech, we've got the NEC member who is here to deliver the speech. So here it's a message of support towards the local government elections. Thank you very much. Deputy Chair, are you ready?
Amandla, Awetu, Matla, Aruna, Matimba, Aina. Long live the African National Congress, long live. Long live the African National Congress, long live. Program Director, thank you so much. Let me take the opportunity without any waste of time, because we are ready for the 1st of November to say to the people of the West Rand, we are back in the institutions where at some point you send us and we said to us, let's go as the people of the West Rand in terms of the ANC, indeed to change the life of the people of the West Rand. Let me take the opportunity to welcome everybody that is here. I'm not going to quote all these particular structures because there are relevant people that are going to do that. I just want to appeal to all of ourselves, comrades, to say when we are given the opportunity to listen to somebody, let's do that. I can see the young people at the back. Amandla to the young lions of the West Rand, Amandla. Amandla to the young lions of the West Rand, Amandla. I've seen them, they are on the ground, and they don't waste time and wait for some of us. Comrades, you'll recall that in our previous regional congress, we agreed that we are indeed going to renew and we are going to reposition the West Rand. We have already started with that particular program, and that particular program is still ongoing. And with some of yourselves that are going to join the council, I can see the energy. Are you ready? Niyabasabana. Niyabasabana. I wish it was the first. I can see the energy. Comrades, we want to allow the leadership to come and talk to us. You know, as the district mayor, I'm the chairperson of the command council. I'm still doing the work because I'm still the executive mayor. Now, any one of you is requested to put a mask. Any one of you is expected to see a social distance where you are. Sanitizing must be the song of today at some point. We want to see you with energy and good health as you go and represent the people of the West Rand in those particular municipalities. For me, I want to tell you one thing that we have come across, what our people are saying. Our people, indeed, they still love the ANC. We are acknowledging through what the president is saying, we are humbly apologizing. Our apology is not an arrogant apology. Our apology is a sincere apology and say, give us another time because we've got a plan. We are not starting like other people who are going to start from scratch. As we want to welcome you, because I've not yet welcomed you, I want to welcome you. Young people, are you ready at the back? Are you ready at the back? All right. I'm not going to request you to sing. I just want to check if you are ready. The people of the West Rand, as we do door to door, are indicating key issues of service delivery, comrades. There's an issue of water, electricity, refuse removal, and other related issues like your human settlement. And in the West Rand, we know for a fact, we have this mega project. The issue is about the bulk service. We have brought in the Deputy Minister, Fikile Majola, and Ntate Pakstau as the political champions sent by the president to make sure that whatever that needs to be done in the space of the West Rand gets to be done. You can hear me. My welcoming is not of your political thinking as maybe you might have expected. We are service delivery driven. When we go out here, let's go and indicate to our people that indeed, those particular challenges and mistakes along the way, they are going to be corrected. We are not going to mislead the people of Kutsong about the sinkholes. We are not going to mislead the people of Bekesdal. We are not going to mislead people in Motlhakeng, in KAGISO, in Headport, in Magales, and all over these particular corners, and tell them that we are ready to implement what's supposed to be done. NEC members that is here, the PEC, REC members, in actual fact, all of us are deployees today. We are going to listen to the Mkombandlela. The reality, comrade, is that people trust the ANC. Can we on our own trust ourselves because people trust us? So when we go there, who can't do anything for themselves, their trust, it's upon us. I so wish that all of ourselves, we can listen to them Kombandlela and we go out here and implement. The good part about the ANC is that Renale Baruti Lidi Doctor and everybody is here. Hareshotika Sepe. When there's a gap, let's close those particular gaps and say, how do we assist each other going forward? Program director, because the NEC member has been here earlier, let me not go to lolo, but I want to encourage you, comrade, respect our communities, will provide service that is expected. Amandla.
Thank you very much, Deputy Chair. Wongene ukuthi Deputy Chair masikhulule ibhatyi sifikele lapha kusekhaya kuba ke uyabona sinxiba izikipa. Sawusheka ngogaga uba singanjalo asinxiba ngazibhatyi. So let's relax. Sifikele kusekhaya nalapha. Comrades, I'm told that we are live on Munsieville TV and YouTube as we are here. You can inform abasemakhaya who are not here so that they can watch the program ku YouTube. Comrades, I'm going to call the Deputy Secretary of the region to come and introduce who is here with us. Deputy Sec.
Thank you, Program Director. Amandla. Comrades, I am going to introduce all the guests who are here with us. Starting with the NEC member, NWC, Comrade Dakota Lekgote, who is going to be delivering the speech, the manifesto to us. Comrade Dakota, you are welcome. I will also introduce our NEC member of Sanko, Comrade Humphrey Memezi. Comrade Humphrey Memezi, can you stand up so that they can see you? Amanda Tita Amanda. Comrades from the PEC, we have Comrade Hope Papo, who is also deployed in Merafong. Comrade Hope, can you stand up so that comrades can see you? We also have Comrade Refilwe from the PEC, Dr. Refilwe Kekana. Comrade Refilwe, can you stand up? I deliberately said Dr. Kekana, so that you understand that in the ANC we also have doctors. We also have Dr. Bandile Masuku. From the ROB, I'm sure the Deputy Chair, you have seen him, he has just welcomed you. But I think it is important that he also stand up and greet you officially so. We also have the Secretary of the Region, Comrade Sanele Ngwevencha. Comrade Sanele, can you stand up and greet the comrades? Amandlanes. We also have the treasurer of the region, Comrade Brenda Mahuma. Comrade, can you stand up so that they can see you? We also have our RET members who are led by the program director, Comrade Nke and Comrade Max. Can you all stand up so that the comrades can see you? These are the comrades who were preparing for this particular event. We also have the REC Women's League that is led by Comrade Francina Shotledi. Can you stand up, Comrade? We also have the RTT of the Youth League that is led by Comrade Lakisele and Comrade Nati. Can you raise up your hands so that they can see you, comrades? From SAMCO, from SACP comrades, we have got. Let me first, introduce MKMVA. That is led by Comrade Terence Bukhali. Comrade Terence Bukhali, can you stand up so that they can see you? We also have the Alliance, starting with the SACP, that is led by Joseph Maralani. Comrade Joseph Maralani, can you stand up so that comrades can see you? Apology, comrade. From SANCO comrades, we have got Comrade Mishak Padi from the PEC of SANCO. I did not have any rep from COSATU. If there is any rep from COSATU, can you stand up? Because we will be expecting messages of support from COSATU also. Anyone to represent COSATU here? I think these are the guests who are with us here, Comrade Program Director. Hopefully, we are going to take this opportunity to listen to the presentation of Manifesto by our NEC NWC leader. Thank you very much, Program Director.
Amandla. Ndifuna ubona ndiyavakala nakakuhle so that le mask ihlala apha kum. I've asked Comrade Max to also share the link to the RET and LET groups so that those who are not here are able to just click on the link. As we said, we are live. Comrades, lifikile xesha of making, thank you, Comrade Deputy Secretary, of getting our message of support, as I've indicated. Xa ndingakubizanga uzanditsala ecaleni ngebhlukwe, zawe explain uba kutheni ndingakubizanga. So, comrades, we're going to start with COSATU, followed by the SACP. As you sing, comrades, nebaculele babanyuke basestagini. Immediately after bona, we will call the Veterans League. After yona, we'll call ANC Women's League, sivale nge-ANC Youth League. Ninganibuza uba kutheni kunjalo program kukho the way ngakhona. So, comrades, is COSATU here? Amandla. Mucha. Malibongwe. I don't want to say women what. I don't want to say that one, comrades. Manditi nje malibongwe. Thank you very much, comrades. Comrades SACP. Immediately, COSATU ilunge, Comrade Mpo, you have promised ukuthi you could have uzabe sowuthethile ne COSATU i-rep ekhoyo so that ize ngaphambili. Ndikunika 3 minutes. Xa udlula uzawudlula kufo. Ndiyakubamba emva koko.
Amandla. Amandla. Fever ANC fever. Fever ANC fever. Tata ANC Tata. Comrades, greetings to the leadership, the National Executive Committee, the Provincial Executive Committee of African National Congress, Regional Committee, the leadership of our region here in the West Rand, and to all volunteers, Rally Dumedisa. Now, South African Communist Party in this particular area has taken a decision that no matter what, we are going to push hard in making sure that African National Congress wins our elections. You must remember, we are moving from a zero budget ourselves, but we have oiled our red brigades along in all the areas and all the municipalities that we are having, that African National Congress must win these elections. Comrades, we are forming part of the African National Congress programs on the ground, and some of the issues that have been raised by our community members, comrades, it's a shame to the ANC as the leadership, running our councils where we are going to lose what on the basis of not having prepared the road, on the basis of not having armor lights in a particular area. We are saying that must come to a stop. Let's prioritize armor issues that are affecting our community members. Party is here to assist the ANC in order to win our election. Amandla.
Comrades, COSATU is not here. Siyadlula. Veterans League, Women's League, and Youth League. State. Women's League, Youth League, and Veterans League. Comrades, Amandla, comrades, at the back there, siyacela at least masizame nokuza this side and so that the social distance we observe it there. Sabasengxakini comrades, let's please move this side. Kune overflow this side and kunomthunzi. You will be able to hear what is happening in the hall. But let's try to spread ourselves, comrades. Siqinile kakhulu kulo mnyango, especially in this one. Siqinile kakhulu, comrades. Let's try to social distance, comrades. Let's practice what we preach as ANC. Women's League, you can come on.
Viva ANC, viva! Viva SACP, viva! Viva COSATU, viva! Viva ANC Youth League, viva! Bacha! Bacha! Watinta bafazi! Watinti mbogoto! Watinta bafazi! Viva Veterans League, viva! Viva Bonkolo Barona, viva! Comrades, I'm not going to take time. As I was packing up to come to Manifesto launch, I was worried about door-to-door for the special voters, RS, because tomorrow is closing. So I won't waste time because myself, I was worried. I'm just going to say to you, as ANC Women's League, we will rally behind the elections of ANC so that we can deliver the municipalities. Let us deliver the municipalities. Let us put our differences behind Retadibona next time. Let us put behind our differences and rally behind our organization. Those posters, different posters which are going to be hanged, is our organization. Khase David, khase Francina, khase Lebewan, ANC. Let us rally behind our beautiful organization. Let us put all our energies to our organization. Let us not sleep until the first. Let us have victory at ANC around the country. Akito Senyanako, Amandla. Thank you.
Amandla. 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 Viva ANC, viva. Viva ANC, viva. 3 ballot papers. 3 ballot papers. Mangene comrades, 3 ballot papers were gone. Thank you very much. Youth League, I was hoping that uyeza or bazakuculela.
Viva ANC Youth League, viva! Oh, young lions, roar! Long live the undying spirit of Peter Mokaba, long live! Long live the undying spirit of Solomon Matangu, long live! My Shome, down with TA, down with EFF, down! Forward with the ANC, forward with young people, forward. Mucha, roar young lions, roar. Watinta bafazi. Comrades, I stand here on behalf of the organization of William Nkomo and Kolosi Machombozi, we were tasked with a responsibility in 1943 to be midwives to an organization that will be the only organization that is the legitimate voice of young people in South Africa. We, the youth, stand here in front of you without any doubt, representing all young people in this region who will rally behind the banner of the African National Congress. The ANC Youth League Regional Task Team notes the allegation that the lists that are submitted to IEC are manipulated. And we want to warn the leadership of the ANC to rectify those lists. People can't be nominated by branches and be removed from lists. Because we are young people of the ANC, we will rally young people from street to street, hall to hall, corner to corner, church to church, beer hall to beer hall, to vote for the ANC on the 1st of November. Come the 2nd of November, we'll have a party at Solomsane House. We are wanting the leadership to put people back on the list. We are wanting the leadership to put 25% of young people on the list. We are not asking you for a favor. It's a policy position of the ANC. We are not asking you for a favor. These are young people that are nominated by structures of the ANC. Over and above, we support the African National Congress. It's the only organization we know. We grew up in the ANC, but we'll never sugarcoat issues. We'll deliver a decisive victory. A young person in Ward 38 and in Ward 39 in MOGALE City will win those votes from the DA. A young people in Spook Town, Bagesdal, a young person in Peru, Western area, will give confidence to our communities to vote for the African National Congress. A young person in Kutsong, Ward 3, a young person in Ward 7, will give confidence to the people of Kutsong that the issue of sinkholes will be resolved. It's the leadership of young people. Mucha! Mucha! Roar, young lions, roar! Roar, young lions, roar! Amandla!
Amandla! Comrades, Kaibabe, comrades. Comrades, Amandla! Amandla. Comrades, the next speaker is Ambiza Ngengoma, but so ilungisa nje kancinci. Comrades, I'm going to call the regional secretary. Regional secretary will introduce our main speaker here. So that's why I'm saying immediately when the regional secretary, you will then sing. Amandla! Amandla! We are still saying, comrades, to your good selves, let's make sure that siyazama uvula space because we are live, Maqabane. Let's comply with the COVID regulations. RS, you can come. RS, you can come.
Amandla! Amandla! Viva ANC, viva! Viva ANC, viva! Viva Kosatu, viva! Seyithatha MOGALE, siyayithatha! Siyayithatha Rand West, siyayithatha! Siyayithatha Mirafong, siyayithatha! Umtu! Thank you, Comrade Program Director. As a PEC member, by virtue of office, Comrade Dakota, you know, we are alone, but the PEC member did. Seven and the PEC members. Uguti, we so welcome your leadership. If keynote speaker here to the person who is going to present our regional manifesto. If is there anything called regional manifesto, but our keynote speaker is a former secretary of the province of Northwest. Ukomrade Tepesekakisi we NWC member currently. Uke wabambela njengosomlomo kazwelonke. Comrade Dakota besithi ngawusondele unika umkhombandlela. Mutu! All power!
Amandla, matla, ya rona, Matimba, Aina, Aldimar, all power to the people. Viva NC, viva! Bua komandisi bua! Tia musabeti tia! Aha muachi aha! Long live Western, long live! Eta President Ramaphosa eta! Pata President Ramaphosa pata! Leaders President Ramaphosa leaders! To victory in 2021! Vaccinate! Vote! Vaccinate! When we say vaccinate, you say and vote. Vaccinate! Vaccinate! Yeah, you must say and vote ANC. Vaccinate! Vaccinate! Yeah, thank you very much, Comrade Deputy Chair, the leadership of the Regional Executive Committee, led by yourself and the Regional Secretary. Let me take also this opportunity to greet the leadership of the Provincial Executive Committee, led by the Provincial Secretary, with all the PC deployees present here who are deployed in West Rand. Let me take this opportunity also, comrades, to greet our alliance structures which are present here, South African Communist Party, COSATU, and SANCO. Take this opportunity also to greet members of the leagues of the ANC, the Veterans League, the Women's League, and the Youth League. Take this opportunity also to greet all members of civil society who are present here today to come and endorse the manifesto of the African National Congress. Comrades, this event is not only happening here in West Rand today, it's happening throughout the country. The President today is in East London to do a similar work of the manifesto launch in that region, and all other NEC deployees are throughout the country in their regional activities, in their door-to-door, to ensure that we deliver the ANC victory come the 1st of November this year. Now, I need to start with a disclaimer, comrades. I heard the Youth League as they were speaking here. They spoke something that we have already taken a resolution or a decision as the NEC. It was communicated by the president of the ANC, again, when he was in Kurulane, that where there was any manipulation of the lists, where there was malfeasance nor malice of the candidate selection process of the ANC, immediately after the elections, a team will be dispatched in such wards, municipalities or regions where there are such problems. And where it's found that any one of us as leaders of the ANC, either at the regional level, at the provincial level, or at the national level, we have a hand in that particular manipulation, we have to invoke the provisions of Rule 25 of the ANC Constitution. So that is what the NEC and the President said. That will be done. What the NEC and the President further said is that all of us for now, because the process of elections is not in our hands, it is run by the Independent Electoral Commission according to the Municipal Electoral Act and the Constitution of the Republic. So we do not have a control over that particular process. So where we are now, the processes of the IEC are closed. So whether you are grieved, you are pained, you are not happy, you need to live with that reality until we are able to run elections, deliver the current candidate who's contested, so that the ANC must win. Because once another party wins, we no longer have control over the process. So all of us as members of the ANC, we are duty bound and obliged to deliver that candidate of the ANC. Re mo rata or re sa mo rate. Ena re mo tlogeleng, re rateng ANC. Ka gone ke yone e tshwantse re thuse gore the correct candidate must emerge beyond elections. Whether by elections or not, we have done it in 2016 through the Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma Commission. We have done it also in 2011. In case where there were wrong candidates, we had to redo the process. And you can be rest assured, it's going to be done. Trust your leadership, trust your NEC, trust your organization. It is going to be done. So all of you comrades, please rally behind candidates which are later going to be introduced. If there are issues, we will deal with them immediately after the elections. But how we win a party, we don't blame us. If you reject or object the current candidate, don't blame us. Because you don't reject the candidate, you are rejecting the ANC. So we can only be in control of the process beyond elections once the ANC have won a ward. So when I learn le mathata le candidate, loela candidate, a re berekele ANC. The ANC will come back to you. There's a regional leadership here. It will come back to you immediately after the elections. From there, as head office, as the province will dispatch investigators to come and establish facts from fictions. And if it's found, we'll have to reverse the process. Armoch. Comrades, thank you very much. I will now get into the business of the day by just explaining what is a manifesto, because sometimes we say words without comprehension, or we say words without proper facts. A manifesto is a declaration of intent or commitment or a pledge of what is going to be done in the coming term of office. So as we presented the manifesto to you last week in Tshwane, presented to all and sundry in our republic, and all the voters, all leaders and members of the NC, civil society, business, all organizations that runs our daily lives. It was presented to you by our president. Now, what the president said in the introduction of the manifesto is what we normally call the message from the president. Now, I want to take some salient points from the message of the president before I get into the bone of the manifesto. What the president said in his message is that as the ANC, we face a moment in history to choose between a path of division, of conflict, of distraction, backbiting, and negativity. But what he said also in his message is that as the ANC, we choose a path of unity, hard work, inclusivity, and shared responsibility. Now, the first point that he started with is of unity. Now, there's a revolution called the Bolivarian Revolution in Latin America. They have one slogan, it's called "We Pueblo Unidos a Misare Besidos." That's Spanish. It means people united will never be defeated. So as we get into this campaign, that's a characteristic that we need to demonstrate in our campaign. Even usabui le PT coordinator, ke nako ya hore o bue le yena. Even usabuisane le regional secretary, ke nako ya hore o bue le yena. Even usabuisane le PC member, ke nako ya hore o bue le yena. According to the message of the president, people united will never be defeated. But if we are divided as the ANC, from the candidate selection process, from rallying our support behind the candidate of the ANC, then don't expect a win. You must expect a defeat. Because no one, a house divided, cannot build a home. Ntlo e phatlhaletseng a gona gore ka nna le gae la gaope. Familia e sa dirisaneng a gona gore ka bolokana. So that's what we need in the ANC at this moment. We must choose unity, hard work, and shared responsibility and inclusivity in all processes that we are doing. So that all of us must find relevance in doing the work of the ANC. Again, the President further in his message says, we pledge to deploy honest and competent local leaders. Amongst 10 pledges that he made in the manifesto, that we are going to deploy honest and competent local leaders. Some of us, comrades, in the past were accused of not calling community meetings, of not reporting on the budget and the IDP, of not reporting on other related work and business of municipalities that we represented you in. Now the President is pledging that in this term, we are going to get councillors who are honest and competent. Now, honesty and competent is like loyalty and skill. Because to be honest is to be loyal, to be competent is to have skill. So we are calling for councillors who have both loyalty and the skill to run the municipalities. Because over a period we have seen municipalities are a very complex environment, and not all of us have a similar understanding of what is expected from us. Secondly, we pledge to deploy action-oriented men and women who are committed to service delivery. Now, in this, comrades, we mean if you don't love us, you can't lead us. So what we want is leaders who have unabiding love for their people, who are committed to service delivery. So that when we say in the IDP, we are going to deliver the following points this year in the budget, let it be so. And we must be upright in our thinking and thought process in terms of doing that. So that's what we are pledging in the second pledge of the ANC presented by President Cyril Ramaphosa on behalf of all of us. Pledge number 3, we pledge to deliver services promptly and consistently. Promptly and consistently. Promptly means speed. Speedily, consistently through a sustainable manner. So, on the street, Mayor, we must have a turnaround time. Whether in 24 hours that sewer will be repaired, or whether in 48 hours that sewer will be done. That's promptly and consistently. So if we have a sewer running here for the past 3 months, we are failing this pledge. We are not doing what we are instructed by our movement. So that is a pledge that we are doing. So this is a renewal and a recommitment of the African National Congress to its people. And all those who are candidates who are coming to be introduced here, you must know this is the line of march. Promptly and consistently. We take no prisoners. Because the ANC is about to lose power. Because of your incompetence, your insensitiveness, your inability to act promptly and consistently. We pledge to rebuild safer and healthier communities. Lock, stock, and barrel. Our communities are ravaged by nyaupe, housebreaking, drug peddlers, rape, gender-based violence. They are not safe. Our communities are not healthy because every corner you find rubbish and garbage uncollected by a municipality and employees of the ANC they trusted. So we can't cry foul when we have power. Because by simple definition, power is the ability to make things happen or not to happen. That's power. One of the giants we saw of the Asian tigers, it was President Mahathir of Malaysia. He took Malaysia from one of the poor nations on earth to become one of the strongest. He retired. They had to go and take him back at 95 years to come back and be the Prime Minister of Malaysia because of the difference that he made as a leader in respecting his party's manifesto. So Lilo now the candidates, it's up to you to turn around West Rand West, MOGALE, Khusong, Merafong, and all the areas in your municipal jurisdiction. Now, that is a pledge. A pledge is a commitment. It's a promise by simple definition. We pledge to stimulate local economic growth. Now, local economy, in your case, when I was preparing this morning to come and address, I found out that your region, West Rand, your district, it runs an economy of between 15 billion and 25 billion. But that 15 billion and 25 billion, you don't see it practically here. You don't. You can go to MOGALE, you can go to Western area, you can go to everywhere. So you don't see the 15 billion rand that is said to be within your economy. You don't see how that particular 15 billion is cascaded to a what and up to a VD level, where you can see small, medium, macro enterprises making a breakthrough. I normally like making an example to Economic Transformation Subcommittee of the NEC of Comrade Enoch Godongwana. That Comrade Enoch Godongwana, sometimes we don't have to, like we were told by a certain Rob Herzog, that expropriation of land without compensation and triple BE and all of these things are theft, including radical economic transformation. Now, I don't have to steal from Rob Herzog. His ungodly and unduly acquired billions. We just need the government in this country to open up the value chain. I normally make, including Rob Herzog and his cahoots, to open up the value chain. I don't have to take his money or his inherited wealth. We just need them to open up the value chain. I make an example with one industry, the taxi industry. What is so difficult for the ANC government to allow over 10,000 taxi operators in this country to run their own bank so that they can recapitalize their own fleet, to run their own insurance for their cars, to run their own car trackers, to run their own fuel stations, to run their own spares, to run their own everything in the value chain of a taxi industry? They will never fight for roots. They will never fight for roots. But now, because of some prudential authority, banking association, which are said to be independent in the Reserve Bank, we are blocked from participating in the mainstream economy. And we can't allow that as the NC, because we have power. We have voted through a mandate. We have power and electorate. So we can't play around with that. I can make other examples, even of some burial societies, stokvels. If we were to allow stokvels and burial societies to buy shares directly in the top 100 companies in the stock exchange, I can tell you, without going through any bank or insurance company, buying it directly, next year when we share dividends, we can smile. Because we will not be victims of forex industry and all the sharks in the markets. We need to do those things as part of open up our local economy. As a district mayors here and the mayors, you need to call a forum of captains of industry. Call all mining houses and chamber of businesses in your area and tell them this is what are the supply chain programs you have in your minds. They will tell you who's supplying you. They will tell you we have the following database. How do we integrate them into your processes? So that we kill unemployment in this region. Because unfortunately, your region, mining is doing well now as one of the commodities in our economy. It depends on the local leadership, how smart you become to advance on behalf of your communities and your SMMEs, processes which can lead to them being empowered. Because we are mimicking monopoly capital as the NC, and that is not good if we are to honor this pledge. We are very soft to them. We pledge to be available to our people. That's one of the pledges we say we must do. Luna the candidates, le sabara le batla ho tsena, le be le free fa matsogo, le leadership batho ba rona. Ha le sina go kena, le be le re batho ba khotlela ditupu tsa lona, ba khotlela matlo a lona. You must stop it. You must be available for our people. A re ra le sena go kena, ha gona le project or EPWP or whatever, o bore ke a motho a ka o onnake or bana ba go gae or boyfriend or girlfriend. This thing belongs to our people. You must stop it. You must be available to our people. Because as the ANC in our oath of membership, we say the ANC is an instrument of liberation in the hands of our people. None of us has the authority over the ANC except our people. None of us is the owner of the ANC except our people. Now we are here to serve. We are servants. Re tlile mo tlo direla batho, e seng go itirela le ba rona hela. We pledge number 9, to listen and have a channel of communication with our people. The channel of communication, it means by principles of organizational democracy, mandate and accountability. You can't be elected, be given a mandate of being elected and not account. It has never happened in the history of the NC. It's even in our principles of organizational democracy that you receive a mandate and you must account. You can't be a bully boy or a bully girl in the NC. Akuna soseo. Exaltele vase, Tazana, akuna soseo in the NC. We belong to a collective. So that's what is said here. By ensuring that we have channels of communication, it means we receive a mandate and we must account. So, Sarar sina utlopa bore ke like yao, he khalo rapelo tlhoma ka lengwe la gona so se. Utlhomiwa ke batho, tlhompa batho, because Moses Kotane, in his simple definition ya revolution, a revolution ke batho. Revolution ke batho. ene batho bao ha o sa ba tlhokomele ba tla go tswa. A real Ntate Kotane, Secretary General of the South African Communist Party for 38 years, the mentor to Nelson Mandela, Oliver Tambo, and Walter Sisulu. A revolution ke batho, ene batho ha o sa ba tlhokomele ba tla go tswa. So never in your whole life and in your illusion think that people ls fast world more. It's not like that. If you can't deliver, they will pull out. They are not mounted to you. The ANC must know, and all of us, as this leadership, or about to I see the Tlaela, but to I see my Pharaoh. We must never do as we wish with our people. We must respect them and respect their mandate. The last pledge from the president is that we pledge to be accountable. Now, where there is no accountability, there is no justice. Because it means the leadership can run away with murder. Because they are not accountable to anybody, they are a law unto themselves. So that's why later, lack of accountability manifests in other ways as corruption, as nepotism, as bullying, as political killings, as pure jealousy, as backbiting, as very negative things. Because where there is no accountability, man le mang wa iketsetsa ke go ha mapereko. So those days of impunity, according to these pledges of the ANC, are over. We must be accountable. Now, that is basically the points we are saying, comrades, to you. I just want to get to some points also in the manifesto that we are committing to do as the ANC going forward. Amongst what we are committing, comrade, it's a point I've already mentioned, that we want to unite and renew the ANC. Unity means pulling together. Renewal means reinvigorating and finding a new path to the future. Now, when we renew, it means we can't do things the same way like we did them before. We can't manipulate processes anymore like before. We can't embark on corruption anymore like before. We can't do and promote gender-based violence to our fellow women comrades anymore like before. Because it has been unfortunate towards this campaign during the candidate selection processes that many of our female comrades were intimidated, were killed, and others are still in trauma even up to today. Now, when we have to renew the ANC comrades, we can't work in that particular fashion. Now, on our manifesto, comrade, I'll start with what we say are our challenges, so that at the end I can bring some of what we have done in the past and what we want to do in the future. Now, what I say is a challenge, you must think opposite of what is a solution to that. Let me start with our challenges. Our local government system is too complex and slow-moving. We have seen, comrades, lead municipality bereka, sewer treatment plant bereka, municipal offices bereka. Some of them under our watch have collapsed. So that means moving slowly. While we have good policies and laws, we recognize that we must improve our performances. Leadership is often weak and there is an insufficient engagement with local communities. We are saying it as our challenge. For some of you who are candidates, you are weak. Or some of you as incumbents, you are weak. And you don't engage with communities. Now, as you come to the fore to become our candidate, go and correct this anomaly. Go and correct this challenge. We are saying many municipalities are not functioning well, and many councillors are not focused on serving the communities that elected them. Now, when we say municipalities are not functioning well, we are not hiding it. We are admitting that some of us are failing our people and are failing the revolution. Because consciously outside of municipality, we can leader 30%, maroli councillor, leader anarchist councillor. It's a problem. It's a problem. So these are some of the challenges we face today because some of us are weak. The quality of services like water, electricity, and sanitation in many municipalities does not meet the standard that residents need and expect. There's a sewer mole ya dutla. Now, if I look at the topography of that area, it's up. What you need to put up a jet blaster, a sewer jet blaster go dim. Or put a truck, go sureting everything. Or blast out go dim everything well more truck, you take it, that thing will flow normal. But it depends whether municipal capacity. There is a shortage of skilled leadership and capable management. This one is what the opposition calls cadre deployment policy of the NC. There is nothing wrong about cadre deployment policy, comrades. There is everything wrong when you put an irrelevant person on a position. There is no way that you can put up a priest who has studied theology over in a CFO. Those figures won't cover because I did swanely Maria Magdalena li Judea. Now, the issue of skills, comrade, it has become a serious spotlight, in particular for mayoral positions. Because when you are the mayor, you are the chairperson of the budget committee. Now, when you are the chairperson of the budget committee, you need to know the cost to company per employee. Now, some of us, we work on what we see as a salary, and it does not work that way. Harry Mutu, PA to the mayor, utlo gola 40,000 per month. A repateli 40,000 eo. Kuna le ntwe re bitsang cost escalation mo budgeting. So ha re tlo go patela 40,000 ke e o tsamang ka yona. Re tsentse re patele gape medical aid. Tsentse re patele gape UIF. Tsentse re patele gape office space mo leng teng. Re patele laptop ya gago or computer ya gago. Re patele gape network or data, ili bitsang data. Re patele data. Re patele phone e o tlo go dirisa. Re patele car allowance ya gago, traveling allowance, S&T, all those things. Now, cost to company, it will never be 40,000 rand at the end. It will rise to 90,000 rand per employee. So outside your budget, you should be 40,000. Over every week, you are collapsing that institution. Or every week, it's a faction. Baba Jumalan Lin, you are collapsing that institution. So we need skills to perform other responsibilities. Local government, we have admitted it has become too complex. Now, also it's budget. Okasi it's already track at service delivery, but size for di batla diesel kae, mataira makai, staff member compliments kae, diesel, the first year insurance, everything. It sounds very complex. You are talking, but you should do it. That will deploy. You must do it. That's why we want skills. So local government is no longer only about an opportunity of earning a salary. It's also about serving our people. Electricity supply is unsustainable, and many communities do not have access to clean drinkable water. I know it, I'm from a rural province. It's a big trouble around your Taung areas, your Madibogo, and all those particular areas. But that's why we need the district development model to address this particular problem. There is an inadequate maintenance and replacement of infrastructure. It's one example of inadequate maintenance. Now, the most unfortunate part, now. So, Mayor Artuamo, I'll attend in Suamut. Bonyane lale kanyatsa wana tlhompang fela or National Executive Committee ni tlilemo. So tsa mo banganya swele on behalf of our people. I must be a populist for once, ne? Yeah, because sometimes we get all soft to the leader, the subordinates they itaul. That's why other countries they conscript you, take you to the military to understand basic discipline. So that how namo etapilian. Uburupil. Rebisa tshwanela go sala morago go tle meeting. Re sa tshwanela go sala morago gore o kwale surechi or o etseng. Tshwantse o burupile o katisitswe. O le se kgatlamela masisi. O na le sebedi le pelo ya go etella batho pele. Oversight is weak, accountability is poor, and there are no consequences for people who fail. Now, Sua ele atswa. Maraitsi ronali official tsa masipala tse di berekang Sua network baba on standby. So standby ke overtime raba patel. Go na on standby mar Sua ya ele. Ha ba fetsa afternoon ba go e lata ntwele because ha gona oversight. Di manager ra di khone go ba sala morago. Mayor ra khone go ba sala morago. There is no oversight. Ki ratas, ki mapereko ga ikeletse. Ya no rena comrades rutile hore le khotla ANC le tlile pele. O ka nna ntloya nnete tshwantse ke bue gore re kgone go isa batho ba rena go pele. Now I've never been a populist. Le president ke amlella gore e president mo o re gogela go terashish. Boa. I'll do it like the candidates are not. Gore Larissa Tarashish. Boa. Boang Rieni Nive. Our local government system has not taken the responsibility to ensure working conditions for workers in the informal economy, such as informal traders, wage pickers, and taxi drivers. I've spoken about this thing. Yeah. Those are informal economies which are by and large in control of the previously disadvantaged individuals. And our government has not ensured in the last 25 years of local government that we formalize them so that they can also qualify for government subsidies and transport subsidies and all the relevant subsidies and all empowerment programs and schemes as they are in DTI. Because so one day, Ritsware Western District Traders Forum invite DTI, but what are the opportunities which are there for small traders, for this unemployed youth, for youth in IT? There is a new model of what is called Forex today. People must not meet the Nokaramo strategy. Let's formalize it and bring somebody from a university or from TTI who can come and explain to us what is Forex, what do you do to get Forex. We can get somebody from the JSE to come to Western District Municipality to come and tell us and tell ordinary people on the streets how easily you can access equities in the JSE without going through a bank, an insurance, or somebody on the streets who claim to be a Forex trader. So that on our own, out of our own phones, we can start to train and create our own wealth. Because that's another way of creating employment. But about to barilla, mo bishops bani bani go tente ngaruba trader like Forex, mo le bishop oba no kill trouble. Mo le some con artists are waba trader la. Tomorrow they are knocked their pensions. Ke problem. Kuna leadership. Leadership must protect communities. That is part of our responsibilities. In last of what we have identified as challenges is the challenge of corruption, tender rigging, nepotism, and malfeasance, which continue to haunt our municipalities. Now, comrades, all of us need to understand in the same understanding. For when we talk about corruption, we talk about economic sabotage. Now, given the history of our country, people who stand to lose from corruption are people that, in terms of the NDR, we define them to be motive forces, meaning those are people who stand to benefit from the pursuance of the National Democratic Revolution. Now, who are those people? According to the NTR, if we have to repeat what we have done before, it's just to remind you, it's the poor, the working class, women, youth, rural, disabled. Those are people who are by and large going to be affected by corruption. Not the elite, not the rich, because those ones, if the markets tomorrow go down in this country, they can pack and go. Where is the rest of us going to go? We are stuck there. Now it's important for those that we elect out of trust that they must get away from corruption, they must get away from tender rigging, they must get away from nepotism, because they are sabotaging the poor. Now, even though, comrades, we have done very well in the past, we still have to do more. The ANC acknowledges that in the past years of it being in services, we have made free basic services, including water, electricity, available to poor households, indigent grant, IGG, the support grant to the poor. Now we need to accelerate it, because one of the points we are missing as municipalities, it's the growth of your equitable share. Because the equitable share can only grow if the number of your IGGs increase. Now, out of COVID-19 and the recession and the economy that took more than 3 million people out of employment, we need to increase our database in terms of these particular free basic services, so that we can increase our equitable share from national treasury. That's the only remedy you have to increase your equitable share. Equitable share are increasing, increase by practical registration of indigent families, including the unemployed and the poor. We have made many services free, including water, electricity, and the rest. We have increased access to social wage in the form of social grants, free electricity, water and sanitation, refuse removal, housing and community infrastructure and services. We have done so, comrades. But where we are lacking in the challenges, we have included it and said it's operations and maintenance. We have to go back and work on that thing. We have built infrastructure. This MOGALE hall, it needs operation and maintenance. Just as a retired CEO and manager, I can tell you, in terms of occupational health and safety, so ventilation it's a maintenance. So the budget the economy next time. Community nothing must easily move free in terms of bacteria and other things. We have increased the GDP. We have broadened access to schools with more than 10 million learners on the school nutrition program. I was at one lepili. Go thola go ntse go tin tato wa ngwana o thutswe ke train. Ntato wa ngwana o sa rona batho go magae gati ntato wa ngwana o sala ya Gauteng. Ka nta go na gore o ile Gauteng sala itatola ngwana. So today dignity ya bana ba rona over 10 million of them backgrad grants they are on a school nutrition program. So botlaswa bo ba gore bo papa ba thuntse ke di train a bo sa le teng. We have introduced NFSAS. We have put more than 18 million South Africans on a social security net. But we are sitting on a ticking time bomb because that is not sustainable unless we build and broaden the economy, unless we grow the economy, because there's what we call a tax base. The current tax base, out of 60 million South Africans, only 7 million of South Africans were paying South African revenue services. With a loss of 1.3 million jobs over COVID, it means the numbers went down to 5 million. And how can 5 million people subsidize another 55 million? Because we're a population of 60 million. That is not sustainable. How can 5% of the South Africans sustain 95% of South Africans? That is not sustainable. How can we sustain the economy of the country when 60% of the GDP is owned by 4 families? That is not proper optics in an economic paradigm. So whether we like it or not, we need to change the economic paradigm of our country. We need to get more people active into the economic mainstream. We need to get more people to participate. Not only us as the leadership, the elite, and only our families who participate in the economy. We need to get even a farm laborer in Magalies to be part of the mainstream economy. That's how we'll be in a position to can implement this particular manifesto. As I close, comrades, because I don't want to go through all the aspects of the manifesto. It's over 28 pages. You will read for yourselves. We have sent the copies through SMS to all the groups. I'm sure you have received the manifesto. The big question that remains, that the voter will ask you, is what will the ANC do differently in the next term? What will the ANC do differently in the next term? Tell our people that we are bringing what we call a district development model. What we envisage in a district development model, comrades, is that as West Rand, when you do your economic nodal points, you will sit together as a district and find the best models of how to grow your district economy. You have to look at your challenges, that our district is largely or was largely dependent on mining, which is still one of the catalytic economic sectors in the region because it contributes over 30% according to reports I read, to your district in terms of your GDP. So mining is still important. But how an ordinary person gets to mining, how an ordinary hawker gets to mining, how an ordinary contractor gets to mining, either as a cleaner or a hostel, a maintenance operator or whatever, or provide services through the mining supply chain. It's a matter we need to look at as a district in terms of our economic LED. The second point is that your district is by and large an agricultural district. As West Rand, you are the food basket of Gauteng. How best can we use that opportunity? And agricultural opportunities which are here. Your Magaliesberg is one of the strong areas in terms of water, underground water, in terms of food security, and a food basket of the Republic. How do we expand that program from Magalis to Merafo? That's what we'll do different. The second point is that as a district, we will develop, as part of the district development model, integrated infrastructure network. Because with the distance that we have amongst our towns of less than 60 kilometers, it's easy for us as a district to develop an integrated infrastructure in terms of sewer network. So that Randfontein does not have spillages, Krugersdorp have spillages, Merafong have spillages, this area have spillages, Magalis have spillages. We can integrate the whole network and benefit from it as a district. We can do the same with our water reticulation network, integrate it and get it done as a district. We can do that even in terms of our health network, health services, and all other related matters, which are part of the infrastructure development. We need to integrate matters of our governance as part of our district development model. We can see Rand West is struggling in terms of internal audit and accountability, according to the report of Comrade Lebogang Maile when he was here. But you can see that Mogale City, in terms of the same functions, is doing better in terms of the Auditor General's reports. Why can't we have a shared model in terms of internal audit services, in terms of environmental health services, in terms of this, so that we have one integrated understanding of what needs to be done? So that's what we are going to do as part of improving governance in all spheres of government in the Western District. If they ask you again, what is it that we are going to do to improve differently from what we have done before? What we are going to do differently is to bring all three spheres of government into what we call a district development model. In other countries, it's called a county system, a county, where you get both services of the province and national at a municipal level. So what it means is that we have to take all the bottlenecks out of national and province and take the whole budget to municipalities to provide other services. So if the Department of Trade and Industry it's planning a pipeline of diesel or crude oil from Durban to Krugersdorp, we must find a way that that line, if it's in Krugersdorp, we can take it to Merafong, we can take it to Rand West, we can take it to Botswana, and take it to Free State as part of enhancing revenue in our region. That's an integrated planning of three spheres of government. If the Gauteng provincial government plans something in terms of economic nodal point in West Rand, it must find a way of engaging all municipalities in the district. And that plan must find a way of covering all municipalities. It does not help to develop and grow municipalities silo by silo. We built this Chief Mogale Hall here, But there's no hole in Merafung, in Makhalis, in other areas, in Randfontein and Bekkersdal, of the same feature. We go elsewhere, build another different hall, another different library. It does not help us. We must get one uniform standard for infrastructure development that we want to develop for our people, so that people of West Rand can have the same access to facilities and resources. So that is what we're going to do differently going forward, comrades. What if they ask you again, what is the ANC going to do differently, is that we're going to put up skilled people to lead our municipalities. We have experienced, and now we know, comrades, common sense is not always common. At least you have to have a basic skill, even a basic driving skill to can drive a car. And equally is the same. Some of us, to be in these leadership and positions, in particular of government and municipalities, we need to have a basic skill. We must know how a budget is compiled. We must know how annual financial statements are interpreted. We must know how a Section 71 report of a municipality every month is interpreted. So that we must not be told tomorrow that you are not supposed to invest here, you are supposed to invest here, but as the executing authority, because in public admin, there's what we call an accounting authority, which is administration. And there's also what we call an executing authority, which is an executive. Now, as an executive or an executing authority, the accounting authority accounts to you. And outside the bone, by Kellet. By a senzela. So, what we can tell people is that we are bringing people who will argue with administration. This figure is wrong, and this one is supposed to be here. This figure is right, and it's supposed to be here. Because to interpret a Section 71 report, Section 36 report as supply chain, Section 34 report as an executing authority, is very much important because it will help you to reduce number of Auditor General's queries in your annual financial statements and your management report. Now, when you are an executing authority, o sa itse dilo tse wa borega o tla officing ela go dilwa ka ditender. That's when o tla mo officing, but ha go dilwa ka di figures o tlogela administration e taola. So as the ANC, as part of what we are doing now, is that we are bringing capable people. We always had capable people, but some of them, we could not keep them for a long time because we don't have built a relationship as any administration. 3 years, municipal manager Watsama. 2 years, Babam Batsama. Equally as the ANC, regions and PCs, Mayor Atsediung, MEC Tsediung, Abafetili term. Watsama. So as you plan, when you gain traction, you change. So a new person has to come in, and that's a problem. Because part of the challenges that we have is our organizational stability. So we must deal with that also as part of changing our ways of doing things. Lastly, comrades, if people ask you, or what are you going to do differently from now going forward? Bablele, all the corrupt elements, all those who continue to steal from the poor, all those who are doing malfeasance and wrong things are going to face the might of the prosecution authority, and they will face jail terms. They are going to be arrested. We can't be going to China every year for political education. And the Communist Party of China tells us, one of the ills you need to deal with in the administration is corruption. Now, they are bold to tell us, because only death penalty, most of the corrupt elements, they face a firing squad. Now, remember, because we are a constitutional democracy, people have rights, we can't kill. Waviva Uzuma nam Jafiva. Waviva Ramapos nam Jafiva. Waviva Ramapos nam Jafiva. Waviva Matamel nam Jafiva. Amanda, thank you.
Amandla, Amandla, viva ANC, viva, viva ANC, viva. Thank you very much, Comrade Dakota, NEC member, NWC member, with the message that you have given us. Umkombandlela usnikile, and we are not going to asizwabhoxa. All what is left, Kuti, is to make sure that siyanza door to door. Go and tell people, ask people nicely to go and vote for African National Congress. So it's what we are going to preach. We are within time because we've booked for 2 hours because we are indoors here. Immediately we are going to leave. Comrade Max will tell us, go to Sawyap. Comrade Saubiza RS. But before I call RS, Comrade Dakota have spoken about the discipline, have spoken about the loyalty and the skills. Now, comrades, because RS is going to introduce candidates, the bad thing that is happening, you still have candidates who are outside the hall, whereas who are busy here. Now, my question is, are the winner after E1, they are expected to go and address the communities. When those communities just leave them in the hall, how are they going to feel? Or is how they are going to lead? 5 years. So, comrades, we can't expect candidates who are outside. You are really showing ill discipline, Makaban. Akuzuthi leadership ithetha apha delivering a message yanamhlanje i-manifesto. Candidates are outside. That can't happen. I don't mind those who are at this side because those who are ezimotweni, it's really unaccepted, comrades. And people that we expect baba bephandle, it will be Comrade Max, it will be Comrade Peter, Comrade Mpitikezi, Comrade Mkufe, because they are planning it door to door after here. Because we need them to make sure that everyone who is coming from their sub-regions, uyakwi door to door, akadot, those are only people who I expect them just to be outside planning the next program. Party, Klausondela. Comrades, as we do it door to door, people are lying outside there. As the ANC, we don't have independent candidates of the ANC. Once people start to say they are independents, they are not independents of the ANC. Asinayo lonto leyo thina. Ngabantu bona abebefuna izikhundla abezele izikhundla apha embuthweni. Thina, we've got candidates of the African National Congress. So as you go out, clarify those things, because others think that they are leaders in those branches because you once gave them to become chairpersons and what. One thing that is going to happen, ANC is going to show them how we work. People love ANC. Bandithanda kuba namdi member ye-ANC. Once you take out the ANC kusheke umcebisi, kuphelile ngomcebisi. Understand that the independent. So, message that must go there, very clear, we don't have independent candidates as the ANC. We need to clarify that thing. Comrades, because party is going to introduce candidates, there wasn't a con. Galamandla ndinawo, candidates abalapha estaging. Azakuhla, iyo base candidates, na abasindit. Kuzawushiyeka PC members and those who are not candidates here. So candidates zonke zawuthi zaphinde zinyuke after umphathi egqibile. RS.
Amandla! Amandla! Viva ANC, viva! Viva Ramaphosa, viva! Viva Makura, viva! Matimba! Thank you, Comrade Kalamandla ubuzinike wona iwephi ngolento yamdibhala ngayo. Kalamandla ubuzinike wona. I will be brief, Comrade. Introduction of candidates will be done in the door-to-door in the communities, where you lead. Sinifuna abo. But now, comrade, ningabamba kancinci isitulo ngala ndinawo ngoku aphezu kwala kamce. Ngalamandla ndinawo aphezu kwala kamce. Candidates will be introduced in the community where we expect ANC to be voted, From today, Comrade Dakota launch our regional manifesto. I will do njama formalities ati nanga ma candidate kwi leadership province ne national tiba introduce kuni lama candidate now but siye bantwini ndizawuqala district comrades without calling names, more to save time because there are other programs immediate after this one. Led by Comrade Deputy Chair, can we see all those that are in that directly elected listed district try to observe social distance? Just up a comrade. The district WRDM in the directly elected list. Or you want to tell me you don't even know whether you are there or you're not there? Mutu, Iguala, will leave no stone unturned, comrade. Abanomsindo, sinomsindo sonke. Ndinomsindo ngondilapha comrade Dakota. Kodwa ndiyawususpenda nge-1, ndiyawugqishelisa, ndiyawulungisa nge-2. Sibuya back. There are few dark horses ezindibhidisileyo endibuya ngazo nge-2. Ndiyabuya nge-2. Ngoku asikho apho maqabana ndithi. Siyayazi yonke indlela uba how did we made it here? Do we have comrade women kule list yase district? Bakhona omama ngandiphakamisa izandla omama. Oh, there are no women. Do we have people younger than 35 here? Abeko. Do we have people with experience in local government? When I refer experience, you can be a deployee or whatever. Do you have people with experience in local government? Comrade leadership, that's a district list. Abanye balapha esithubeni no CJ. Asibazi noba baphi ngoku sithethayo. Sizelontshini. Inoba beshota ngumuntu ozabamde kakhulu. UCJ ke ngulo othe qaleleke ngokwabanye. Ufika late. Silindele wonke umuntu lapha ngaphakathi. Comrades, that's your district. Tata WRDM Tata. Tata WRDM Tata. Bendithi ke uDeputy Chair uleader le list kuba number 1. Siyavana mos. Kukule list ndinayo. Mhlawumbe there are so many list. Not kuba mayor we district. And he has the mayor district nge-2 bizabe ngibani. Iyaphela le into yakhe nge-1. Nge-2 ndifuna uya e-district ndingahambe ndicenga ezinye parties uba ngani ndongeze ndifuna ubumeya. Andifuna ukongezwa. Ngale team ndifuna uthatha konke comrade ndinganegotiatanga. Andifuni any collision with anybody. That's our district list, comrade. Ningathatha citizen maqabane. Amandla. Let's quickly run to MOGALE, led by Comrade Makhato. Ndithetha ngeMOGALE PR, sizawuza noMOGALE ward. MOGALE PR led by Comrade Makhato. okanye nizazi noba nikhona elistini noba nikho nale into isengenzeka comrade xa ungazaziyo ijasi yakho into kanti awuzuzazi. I do have his certificate. Ndizazikoleka xa kuhle formally ngomso IEC and sign the pledge yoba anizumosha nizawukhampeyina kakuhle. Mugale PR Mutu baphelele apha abanye banomsindo. Others come that are still angry. And did we agree we are all angry? My team, comrade, can you also, comrade Max? Comrade Max, can I get the attendance of those who managed to be introduced in this meeting? Can I get, comrade Max, a formal pick of those that are in the meeting? That include the district one. I just want to take attendance here, Babakon, in the form of a pick. No, Babala. I just talking. Babala. I'm telling you, I'm in attendance. Abanda basa in attendance. Bangene klale. Difuna Babala. Just a pick in the no took balapants. That's Mukhale, comrades, but it's well disappointing to have only this number. We're expecting 38, 39 PR candidates in Mukhale. And we're only having this one who made it to this meeting. We'll make follow-ups on others who is not here and why they are not here. And there will be consequences I can commit and promise you. Awuzukwenza nje kungabikho ngxaki. Thatha Mkhala thatha. Thatha izitulo zenu maqabane Nkosi. Can we get Mukhale wards from Ward 1 to Ward 39? Mukhale wards. Social distance where possible, abanye phambi kwabanye. Msenzizwa lo. Ward 1, ayikho apha. Ward 2, Ward 3, Ward 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Imukhale le comrade. Yabona ke xa ifika apha koomama notata apha emawodini. Okay, just one question, comrade, order. All of them are older than 18 years. How many vaccinated Apakuni comrades successfully? In a show of hands. How many vaccinated? Instead of a ward candidate, who must lead by example. I could come in the ANC and you all know. How many vaccinated? Just keep your hand up. All those who... Okay? Those who didn't, bazawunixelela reasons angithi later. Tata Mkhale, tata! Sibalekile. Let's go Rand West PR. Comrade William Macheke, Rand West PR, Rand West PR, organize somebody say listing or uncle listing. Comrades, we don't have time for that. We don't have time for that part. Rand West PR, I expected 35. Do we have women here, comrades? Comrades, we don't have time for sing. We don't have time for those songs, comrades. Ixesha lengoma lilodwa. Abanye niceliwe nizanga kule meeting. Can somebody talk to lamakabana aceliweyo who didn't come to this meeting? Abantu abangacelwanga apha, they know what you are doing. Comrades, we are not here to play. You can't just sing noba kunini, nobuva kamandi kangakanani. We need to conclude unless anizanga kule nto sikuyo. Unless anizanga kule nto sikuyo. ANC nendlela yayo kwenza izinto. Uzawutsiba lo mgubasi ungacinganga. Asizukwazi urobha namaqabala. Comrades, do we have women in this PR as a Rand West? In a show of hands. Oh, mama. Do we have people younger than 35 years? Ujetu ufuna ukuphakamisa isandla. Younger than 35 or ukopile? Do we have people with experience in local government? In the show of hands, experience in local government. Okay. Comrades, that's Rand West PR. If PR reminded them that you are a pool. Get one, we still need to confirm Comrade Dakota. Uba siyifaka ilo hlobo siyifaka njani nongo. So siyabulela ke pool yase Rand West. Thank you very much, comrades. That's Rand West. Rand West wards. Rand West wards. Rand West wards. Ward 1, Ward 2, Ward 3, Ward 4, 5, 6. If 5 is E2, so number 2 in the 5. We'll say 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Amadla. In the show of hands, comrades, how many of you vaccinated successfully? Akuqoka kwe-ANC andithi. Nitofile Makabani. Thank you very much, Rand West. Sebulela. Mirafong. Mirafong PR led by Comrade Mkhumudzi. Mirafong PR led by Mkhumudzi. Mirafong PR, if I equal comrade. Mirafong PR. ingathi andiwini kule nto idibene nengoma. That's Mirafong PR. Do we have women here, comrades? Bakhona mama kule nto yasemirafong. Abanye bazazi noba bangomama or abangomama. In a show of hands, comrades, can I see omama? By 3. In show of hands, people younger than 35. In show of hands, abantu abane-experience in local government. Abanye bayacelwa baphakamisa. Hey, comrades. Thank you, comrades. That's Mirafong pool. And this one moves by Nitofile and this is a ward candidate. Ningahamba noba nitofanga. Thank you, comrades. That's Mirafong PR. Mirafong. Mirafong, what? Mirafong, what? Comrades, we are concluding on Mirafong. Comrades, as what is it who's representing Mirafong? Out of 28 wards, we've got these 2 wards. Only 2 wards attended lay session from Mirafong. Iward masive ngaba comrade suka iward 28 20 Ward 14 19 usuka uzilibel 13 17 24 21 26 Ni vaccinated comrade in national offense. How many vaccinated? Comrade Vusi, vaccinated. Isandla sakho sikhombisa lonto. Comrade uDosini funeka azondixelela baphi abanye ward candidates bave ntoni kule ndawo bakuyo. That's Mirafong wards, comrades. Thank you very much, Maqabane. Comrades. Comrade program director. Maqabane. Asizungandana nani oko. Comrades. Uvuya kwakho kungandichaphazeli kakhulu. Ndinomsindo. Comrades. Akho shop squad lindikhuphele la ngxolo libeke phandle. Comrades. Ayihlobo lesimilo comrade alamkelekanga kuhlobo lunje lentlanganiso. Comrade leadership, what I presented, that's what we have as a cream of this region. As we go to these local government elections, this is best among the best. Best among the best, it means you're not the only one. It's just that ward, we need to have one candidate. There's thousands that are there. We congratulate you, comrades, those who made it to the candidate of the ANC. It's no longer about its selection process now, and EC spoke at length about that. It's about ANC making it on the first ballot paper, second ballot paper, third ballot paper. Ilapho mte umuntu omntwini ngoku. Amandla.
Amandla. Amandla. Amandla.
COVID.
So kumnandi lo, to be back home.
Virtual meetings are there.
Amandla. Thank you very much, comrades. Thank you, Mphathi. Ibambeni Maqabane. Sesifikele kuvuthondaba.
Thank you very much, comrades. Thank you very much, Mphathi. Comrades, sizibonile i-candidates zethu as they were introduced here. Now, we don't want a situation ekuthiwa ke sesiwinile automatically. We need to go out and make sure that senza i-door to door, we talk to our people ukuthi bavotele i-African National Congress. Comrades, before ndibize uMax, because Max is going to just tell us ukuthi from here sizawuyapi, I will call i-PEC member ezakwenza i-vote of thanks. But comrades, Mphathi Nemvile candidates, as he was talking here, umentionile i-do's and don'ts, especially as candidates of the ANC, also go and read the IEC Code of Conduct, because we don't want any word kuthiwe iyakhutshwa because of conduct yethu. So comrades, I just want to check with us here, because xa kuqala meeting we've asked ukuthi have we applied for special votes. Now ziyavala kusasa ngo-5 o'clock, which is Monday, it's a closing date. Can I check amongst us here bakhona ba-apply leyo and ba-approve as special votes? Hayi asikho maqabane, asikho. Let's make sure that, comrades, between now and tomorrow we register. We can also do it online, comrades. I know nifuna uyofola line. Comrades, the work that we are doing with door to doors, I know Max is going to tell you that. Let's make sure that siwuloada kwi-ANC cloud. Singenzi nje umsebenzi singazowuloada. PEC member, Comrade Refilwe, you can come for vote of thanks. Then Comrade Max will immediately come azosinika ukuthi siyaphi in terms of door to door. But comrades, I want to thank ukunibulela on one issue. The time you got posters Zowat candidates, you made sure that you are using your data, you are using your Wi-Fi's to post them on Facebook, to post them on WhatsApp, on Instagram. Thank you very much for that thing, comrade. I know you are waiting for those posters. Zizawufika zona ngeke iphele iveki ningasimenanga. Comrade PC, can you come? Masibambe njalo maqabane. After Umax, we will sing. Amandla.
Viva ANC, viva! Niyabasabana! Hayi baba upele. Ethibata la.
No.
Let's leave them.
No. So you fetsa ubua.
No, arona pele. Ba upele ba fetsa.
Mereka usumo. This is internal. We need to go to the street.
Akara utsana discipline ba.
No, mereka umo. Mereka umo mtofatu. Yeah. Yeah. Baza. No. Almost done. Usabathawa bathu.
Amandla, comrades, Kondai, comrades, the work of election is not inward looking. Artogi kopella mo, merego di kopo kontle, so ritoka ukwala programme, so that rule on the election go wati, kadi door to door, mutu momotu, voter contact, so. Not by seeing conference enough. Go conferencing. Not here. This is not a conference. We are in a war. We are new manj. Himpi. Kinta. What's happening? So I want to go door to door. Mutu.
Amandla, Comrade Dakota, Amandla. Siyabasabana. Siyabasabana. Thank you very much, comrades. We are not going to waste time now. Nako santsane re sile, we need to do door to door. Come on, let's close mosebetsi wa rona with dignity. Rosafapani. Let me take this opportunity, comrades, to thank the leadership that is here, the national leadership, Comrade Dakota, who delivered the key points of the manifesto to us this afternoon. And I hope we will all take lessons, go out there and popularize the manifesto in our communities. And also take time to internalize the manifesto amongst ourselves, read it, understand it, and be able to communicate it. Let me also, on behalf of the Provincial Executive Committee members, thank all the members that are here, who managed to be here, who are deployed in this region, and also thank the Regional Executive Committee who organized this well-organized manifesto launch of the region of West Rand. We also want to congratulate all the candidates that were paraded before us. Ririkoluna, comrades, you are the face of the African National Congress. And those of you who are ward councillors are the first citizens in your wards. Rekopa hore le berekisane le di communities tsa lena, have cooperation with your communities, communicate properly with your communities, as Comrade Dakota has referred to. We really hope that these elections will go well for all of us, and we encourage all of you to go out and encourage all our members to vote and to vote ANC on the 1st of November. We thank you very much, and the ANC has got hope and trust in you, comrades. And as the President has said, all of you, you are going to be properly inducted, you are going to be well trained so that you are able to represent the ANC properly on the ground. We thank you very much, comrades, for your commitment and your true revolutionary activities that you are taking to the people of South Africa. Siyabonga. Amandla. Amandla. Arieng diketong, arieng. First ballot paper. Second ballot paper. Third ballot paper. Niyabasabana. Okay, comrades, let's go out there and interact with our communities, encourage them to go and vaccinate as well. As they vote, they must also vaccinate. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, PC member. Comrade Max, announcement.
Thanks, leadership. Amandla. Amandla. Niyabasabana. Comrades, we are about to conclude the program here to namhlanje. Sonke comrades, as we disembark from this hall, sizawungena sonke entsimini for an hour. We will be doing door-to-door in Ward 11. We're going to focus in one VT. We want to create an impact. So, Nasipuma, you will get comrades who will indicate ukuthi siyaphi. Sizopuma, go towards the mall. As fika a mall, we will then be able to direct everybody else ukuthi umsebenzi uyenziwa aphi. Comrades, on Monday, tomorrow, you know, comrades, that all our election structures are meeting. We are starting with the PET, RET meetings, LET meetings, BET meetings. And it's expected that all of us must take part in those meetings. From Tuesday, comrades, up until Friday, we are doing nothing else in the West Rand but door-to-door. On Saturday, we must ensure, comrades, that we are introducing all our candidates. On Sunday, comrades, we are doing two things: continuation of introduction of candidates and visit to churches. Comrades, tomorrow at 5 o'clock, all the candidates are expected to attend the candidates training workshop that will be conducted by National. The link has been forwarded. If you have not seen the link, indicate to your LET coordinator, And we request that all our candidates in the Western End must do just that and ensure that they attend that training. Finally, comrades, on Tuesday, we will be having a training of all ANC volunteers. The training, the link will be forwarded once more, comrades. The training is at 4 o'clock on Tuesday. So we are expecting that all our volunteers should attend. Thank you very much, comrades. Amandla!
Thank you very much, comrades. Senibulelwe i-PC member, but nam mandinibulele banikwazi noniphatha kakuhle. Sibe lapha until this time. Now, comrades, as we go outside, now sabane opportunity yokuthetha to our people, to the members of the ANC, members of the community, uba bayovotela i-ANC. So thank you very much, Makabane. Sihamba kangoku. Amandla! Amandla! Asikoduki kodwa 1 hour e-grounding.
Thanks. Oh, okay. I just saw it.
before kopana, and now has to kopana, what are we gonna do? Just to break it down in jail for.
Yes.
Yeah, like I get almost do those two.
Yes.
Yeah. So for now we get an easy fella for a smaller mind to understand. Yeah.
Okay.
I shall love you. I can even fuck one light.
One light is enough, eh? We saw what last year. I know enough because that's a bit.
No try. Right. Right. Is a good message. Yes. Yes. And then your introduction, which is your name, say name, and then we now maybe with any in this field. Yes. We're going on live in 5, 4, 3, 2.
No, thanks very much. I'm the regional spokesperson of the ANC in the Westland. Purpose here today was to bring down the manifesto of the ANC as delivered to President Decade 27 in Tswane. We had chosen spaces like Mogale City to launch this manifesto in the region of Westland. Mogale City is a special place for us as the African National Congress, being the cradle of humankind. Broadly, what we were about was to come and localize manifesto and address the issues in this space, but also to come and account on what we have done, what we think we are going to fix, and what we believe to be an appropriate platform. In 2016, we know what our people raised with us. As we took power in Mogale City, we tried to address that. Currently, what we are basically saying is to say we need our communities to trust us. We're also acknowledging our challenges and shortcomings, but we are saying we are coming back stronger with a full intention of bringing a better communities with yourselves, and we are about to build those only with your support. So the purpose here exercise today was to introduce all the candidates in the Western region from Mogale to Mirafong, Rand West, PR councillors and ward candidates, but also to come and say the ANC is here to contest and the ANC is here for you. That was the purpose of our program today, and we thank the people of Mogale for their support and continued support. Thanks very much.
All right, sharp. Gigi, I wanted to know is waiting here. We let you go
Unexpected.